Our job as creatives is to inform the viewers. Making the project look aesthetic is not enough, but using the right elements to tell story is what you need for the project. Tunji again from Ceasar Graphics. Welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to achieve a storytelling church poster project. This is the artwork we're going to be recreating today, and to learn more about what inspired the elements used on this project, I would advise you watch this tutorial. All right, so let's start. All right, so let's create a new document. So I'm going to click on File and I'm going to select New. So I'm going to call this church flyer. All right, so because I'm posting this on social media, I'm going to use 720 by 720 for my frame, and resolution is going to be 72. All right, and I'm going to leave my color mode to be on RGB. Okay, so I'm going to select the create button now. If you need the exercise file for this tutorial, simply make use of the link in the description section of this video. All right, so I'm going to zoom in now and let's start bringing in our elements. So I'm going to first off drag and drop the image of this landscape mountains here, and I'm going to move this and position it somewhere around here like so. So one of the things I always love to do when working on a project like this is to start with my background. And the reason why it's always good to start with your background is to help your layout balance, because your background is one of the things that determine the layout of your composition. Okay, so I'm going to drag the image of my eagle here now, and I'm going to scale this down like that, and I'm going to position this somewhere around here. All right, let's make it just a little bit bigger like that. Okay, and I'm going to hit the enter key. Then let's just move this down a bit. The title of this project is Pillars of Greatness. All right, and you know, like I said in the beginning of this tutorial, that our job as designers is to inform the viewers. All right, the color I'm going to use on this project is going to be gold because of the greatness word that we have in the title. So I'm going to use gold, which depicts which is one of the colors that depicts greatness. All right, so I'm going to apply the gold color to my images here. So I'm going to start with the background, and I'm going to hide the layer of the eagle here now. Then I'm going to activate hue saturation because the color on this background is too saturated for the effect I'm about to apply to it. So I'm going to dial down the saturation to desaturate the image like that, and I'm going to select the clip icon because I only want this to affect the layer of my landscape image here. All right, so then I'm going to activate color balance. All right, then under my mid-tone here, I'm going to move my yellow down like that. Don't forget to select the clip icon, all right, because you already know why I did that. Okay, so I'm going to move this down to have this brown yellow, this brown color here. All right, so I'm going to move this down like that, and this down, and I'm going to move this forward. Now you see we're beginning to see, you know, the gold color here. So I'm going to move this down again and move this to this side. I need to move this down here. All right, so let's move this out like that. All right, yeah, this is good. All right, this is beautiful. So let's go on the shadows. All right, so I'm going to go to play with the yellow and the red here, like so. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to move this here, move this down here like so. So for the saturation, I'm still going to desaturate this a bit. All right, and I'll go back to the color bands, and I'm going to dial down the red a bit like so. Okay, and move this to right about here. Yeah, this is good. So we're going to apply the same move to the eagle layer. So I'm going to activate the layer now and select the eagles layer, and I'm going to add hue saturation again. Select the clip icon, and I'm going to dial down the saturation a bit, and I'll go under color balance again and select the clip icon, and I'm going to move this down like that, and move this to the side like so, and add more yellow to this, and just move this down, and I'll go under shadow, and I'll make the same move and push this forward a bit, you know, like that. All right, good. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add levels to my landscape image here. All right, so I'm going to select the clip icon because there's something called contrast in graphic design. All right, so when you're also making photo manipulation, contrast is also important. My background is not supposed to share the same value with my subjects. Okay, so I'm going to separate the the two elements now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up like that. All right, to create the separation, and I'm going to move this down like that. Good. So I'm going to select the new layer icon here and call this font. Okay, then I'm going to go to the brush settings, select the brush tool. Make sure you're on the brush tool when you're on the brush settings. So if you can't find your brush settings, simply go to Windows and activate it here. Okay, yeah. So then I'm going to go down to where I have my cloud brush right here. So I'm going to just select any of the cloud brush, and I'm going to hold on Alt and sample a color from here. All right, then I'm going to scale down my brush and then apply the brush like so, and I'll change my blend mode here to screen like that. So I'm going to apply it again like that to create that separation like that. All right, then what I'm going to do is to add brightness. All right, because we need to add more contrast to the pixels. So I'm going to increase my contrast like that. We're beginning to have depth on the shadow part of our project here. All right, so I'm going to move this up like that. All right, then the next thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to add a rip off paper effect here. So I'm going to drag this and drop right here, and I'm going to position this to somewhere around here. You can even rotate this a bit and make it bigger, and this can come right about here like that. All right, then I'm going to hide the layer of the eagle and select the pen tool, and I'm going to draw a path like that. Okay. All right, so if you want to learn how to use the pen tool, I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel that will guide you on how to use the pen tool. All right, so then I'm going to put the landscape image now, the mountains in a group. So I'm going to shift select all the layers and hit Control G like that, and let's just call this mountain. So let's call this mountain. Good. Then I'm going to add a layer mask by clicking on the layer mask button here. I'm going to draw a marquee shape here because we don't want this side of the rip off paper effect. So I'm going to draw a marquee shape like that. Select the layer of the rip off paper, and I'm going to add a layer mask to this to cut that part out. So let's make our eagle visible now, and boom, we have this. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to create a new layer. All right, because like I said during the design review, that when you have the image, there's this part of you adding to the image to make it different from what people are used to. All right, it's always good to add depth to your image when you download it from the internet. All right, so I'm going to hold down Alt and place my mouse in between the color balance layer and the new layer icon, and click to clip the layer inside the layer of the eagle. All right, so I'm going to call this glow. Okay, then I'm going to zoom in like that with Control space bar and drag, and I'm going to go to my brush setting here, and I'll go under my soft round brush. Then I'm going to sample a color from here and change the layer of my glow layer here to screen, and I'm going to reduce my brush size and softly apply. Now don't forget, guys, remember to turn your flow down to 13. All right, so the idea of doing that is for us to be able to control the strength of our brush. All right, so I'm going to just apply the brush right now to the layer of the eagle like that. All right, so I'm going to apply it here, here like that. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing here, and then we're going to softly apply the brush to this side like that, and apply it here. Yeah. All right, then the next thing I'm going to do is to add curve, and this time I'm going to push the curve up like that and hit Control I to reverse the mask. And I only want this to affect the layer of the eagle, so I've selected the clip icon here, don't forget. Okay, So then I'm going to go down to my brush tool here and make sure your foreground here is set to white like mine. And I'm going to apply the brush to the layer mask of the curve, all right, to bring back the curve, all right. So I'm going to apply that right here, like that. Do the same thing here. When you get to this side of the eagle, don't forget to scale down your brush size, all right, because you need to avoid applying the brush to this side of the of the feather. So I'm just gonna definitely apply that here like that, and let's see what's we have. We can even add yellow, all right, to the curve by going under blue here, and then move this down like that to add more yellow to the curve. And look at how beautiful this is. So this is the before and this is the after. All right, this is good. So for the glow layer, I'm going to hit Control L, and that just brighten the glow a bit. All right, so I'm going to move this down here and move this up, like that, and hit the OK button. And this is what we have. All right, so in order to make the contrast more stronger, all right, we need to use a color that is opposite the color of the gold color that we have on this project on the color wheel. So the color I'm going to be using today, for those of you who are good at combining colors, the color I'm going to use. So I'm going to use blue here, right? So I'm going to draw a shape like that, and I'm going to go to the stroke option here and turn this off, and then I'll come right here and use blue like so. All right, so but right now we have a curve. We have the brightness affecting the blue layer here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the eagle layer also in a group. So I'm going to hit Control G, and I'm going to call this eagle. Sorry, it should be eagle. Good. Then I'm going to open the tool. I'm going to open the layer like that. All right, and I'm going to hold on Control and click on the thumbnail of the eagle layer, and I'm going to hold on Control and Shift again, and select the layer mask of the mountain group here. So I'm going to click to add that to my selection, like right there, and I'm going to select the layer mask of the brightness right now, and I'm going to apply black to the layer mask. So the shortcut for this, which is the shortcut of my of your and mine background color picker here, is Control and backspace like that. So I'm going to hit Control D to deselect or to take away the marquee, and I'm going to hit Control I to reverse the mask, because this is affected the background before and not the image. All right, so right now I'm going to create a new layer and select the brush tool, and I'm going to hold on Alt and sample a color from my background here and increase my brush size. Then I'm going to apply the brush to this side of the project. Now I've applied, but you can't see it. Okay, you know what we're going to do? Don't forget to turn your flow back to 100. All right, so then I'm going to click once like that, and I'm going to activate levels by hitting Control L, and we can move this up like that, and this is okay. Then I'm going to select the OK button and hit Control T to activate the free transform, and I'm going to make this real big like so, and I'm going to make it big like that and position this here like so. Yeah, this is good. So what we're going to do now is to stamp visible the project and take this to camera raw. So I'm going to hold on Control Shift Alt and E to stamp visible the project. Then I'm going to convert this to a smart object just in case I want to go back to play with the settings. All right, so let's go to filter now and select camera raw filter right here. All right, so here we have now in camera raw, and I'm going to start with the basic. All right, so for the basic, I'm going to increase I'm going to increase my contrast like that, and I'm going to add more depth to the shadow by pushing this down, like so. All right, for the texture, I'm just gonna little bit texture because I really want to give more, contrast to the pixel. All right, so for the vibrance, I'm going to increase the vibrance because I want to have, I want to enhance the color of the midtones. All right, so I'll go on the details here and increase the sharpness so as to, add more depth to the pixel. All right, then I'm going to close this and go on the color grading. All right, under the color grading, I'm going to move this to somewhere here to make this have that gold color. So I'm going to move this here and just move this to this area here. All right, which is the midtone. We're playing with the midtone now. And I'm going to move this here. And boom, this is what we have. And I'm going to select the OK button because I'm okay with this. All right, good. So this is the before and this is the after. All right, so I'm going to be very fast with this. I'm going to add my text. All right, so I've added my text to the project, and the character I use right here on the venue and the date is Federal Sands. All right, you can get this from the internet. All right, then for the title here, I used Playfair Display. You can also get that from the internet. All right. Then now there's a problem here, all right? My text here is overlapping on the letter L, so we need to fix that. So I'm going to hold down Control and click on the thumbnail of the greatness layer here. All right, now I'm going to make sure that my cursor is on the pillars layer. Then I'll go to select and hit modify and hit expand. All right, my expand is going to be on 4, and I'm going to select the OK button. Then I'm going to zoom in because we don't want this to touch the letter A. All right, so I'm going to select the lasso tool here and hold on Alt and draw a marquee shape right there to take that out from the letter A. And I'm going to add a layer mask to the pillars layers. Please don't forget to the pillars layer. So I'm going to add a layer mask to it, and I'm going to hit Ctrl I to reverse the mask. And this is what we have. If you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to click the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my tutorials. And if you're able to achieve this project, kindly post it on your Instagram page and remember to tag me. If there's anything you learned from this video, drop a message in the comment box. Let me know. If you love this video, give it a thumbs up. Share this video with other creatives, which is one of the ways you can support this channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.